However, I'm hoping with Saints. What's up? Welcome back to Notch EV. I'm at the Lucid Service Center here in Natick, Massachusetts. And the Lucid Air is in the shop right here. And the reason I'm over here is because we have the 2023 Lucid Air Grand Touring, and it has had the 20-inch wheels on it. I'm getting them replaced with 19-inch wheels. And on the way over here, I ran as sort of strictly as I could on the highway, on the Mass Pike, 70 miles an hour, and I logged the efficiency. Now, I want to see, going back, how the efficiency differs between the 20s and the 19s. So you got the Aero wheels, which are the 19s, which should increase the range. There's a little bit of technicality stuff here that's not quite fair. And specifically what that is that this isn't a loop test. It's the same day, but it's not the same direction, which inherently adds an issue. But also these are going to be brand new tires on the 19s, which also adds a bit of stickiness, which will change the efficiency a little bit as well. So although this is not going to be a perfect comparison, this is at least the same weather, the same day, kind of an attempt to see the difference between the 19s and the 20s and see how big that is. And so we're going to just do the drive back and forth to Natick, Massachusetts here, and then we'll log the difference and see how it goes. All right, we are riding on the Mass Pike. We have gone 90 miles. I've been using Dream Drive Pro in here, trying to do a constant 70 to try to make this tire test as accurate as possible. Since we're not doing a loop, it's not going to be perfect, but we're on the 20s right now, and our efficiency is at 3.94 miles per kilowatt hour. And it's been a smooth morning. No traffic, driving easy on Dream Drive. So we'll see how we do when we swap out the wheels. It was in the 4s earlier, so we're down a little bit, but we're close to 4. We'll see how things go. We are now in the Natick or Natick Service Center here in Massachusetts. Our efficiency for 139.4 miles was 4.19 miles per kilowatt hour. So we had actually a really good efficiency on these 20-inch wheels. We will see how things go when we swap out to the 19s here and drive back. We just finished up at the Lucid service here. The car's got its 19-inch wheels. We are going to test these now. We're going to reset the efficiency, and we're going to drive back the same amount of miles we did, but see how it's different. Hopefully it's a better miles per kilowatt hour, but we'll find out. I don't know how the elevation is in reverse, but the weather is very much the same, but the tires are brand new, which could hurt fractionally. All right, so we're going to go into trip. So this efficiency probably looks different than earlier because they probably had to drive it for something. So I'm going to reset this now for the trip back. All right, we're locked in here at our appropriate speed on hands-free, and we'll be watching our efficiency as we go. Since we just got on the highway, we're on a little bit of a low efficiency right now, but we should hopefully see that climb throughout this trip. So that is a wrap. 140.3 miles, 3.59 miles per kilowatt hour with the 19-inch wheels. Next morning, here's the new Aero wheels that we have, and let's just talk about the results. I knew from the start that this wasn't going to be a perfect test. I knew that not having a loop was inherently bad. However, doing a loop would make sense. Having the time to do the loop would make sense. I didn't have that time, and I sort of was locked into doing this test with the limited amount of time I had, which was driving this car to the Boston area with the 20s and driving it back with the 19s. I didn't look at elevation before the trip, but I did afterwards because I was not happy with the results. Not that the results were bad, but they weren't in line with what we should expect. So looking at elevation gain, I have found that going from here to the Boston area is mostly downhill. And I'll put up the elevation graphs on screen. You'll see there is one significantly big downhill, and it is a very steep drop for a bit. And that really helped the 20s on the way there. On the way back, we had to climb that. And we had to climb that with the 19s. And so overall, the whole way back was a climb, with the sort of fluctuation in between. But it's overall a climb to get back, which is going to hurt our efficiency on the 19s for that rating. Also, the fact that the 19s were brand new hurts our efficiency a smidge. And then thirdly, when we got to that peak, after climbing that whole way, then it started raining and we were getting strong wind. So we were facing rain and wind for the last hour of the ride on top of having to do the climb. So it's not apples to apples, and I'm really disappointed with that because I want to be making consistent, good, more scientific tests. In this case, my time with the other wheels and this wheels, I couldn't get it done. What we can see with the 19s is that we got a close result to the 20s, but with a much worse driving scenario in basically every way. So the thing about this is that the 19s, if we're just talking about the EPA range, the 19s bring up the range a good bit compared to the 20s. So we know that these are more efficient. And in this case, we didn't get a clear picture of that. But going forward, we'll keep a look at like sort of the lifetime efficiency of the car. And I think we should start to see improvement with this. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry this wasn't a great test, but we'll keep an eye on the lifetime efficiency. And because this was such a bad test, you should subscribe out of pity. And I'm sorry. Thanks for watching Not GV.